Right then guys, so this is the BenQ gaming monitor review. Now this is for gaming, so what we'll do first of all is get into what comes in the box, then we'll have some CSGO gameplay, and then you'll have my overall thoughts to see if you should buy it or not. So make sure you continue to watch. Okay then, this is UFO test. Now as you can see, the overall frame rate, but there has 240 Hz at the top. As you can see, it's very smooth. That is what you want for a very high refresh rate monitor. Now of course, the lower the frame rate, obviously you can see there's a little bit of a blur. That is expected. This is an IPS display, but of course the 240 Hz is what you want. So what I'm going to do is put more UFOs. As you can see, what I just said, the 240 Hz is absolutely, it is perfect and clear and crisp. As you can see, the lower the frame rate you get, the worse it gets. Okay then, so this is the game monitor from BenQ, and yes, we're playing a little bit of CSGO because for frame rate as well as overall smoothness, this is probably the best game to actually use on this type of monitor, because 240 Hz is definitely going to be pushing it when it comes to overall specs of your system. Now if you want to run full 240 Hz, you're certainly going to need a system to run it, and the system I'm running it at the moment is a Ryzen 9 7900, 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM and RTX 3070. Now this monitor is 27 inches. Yeah, it's not my overly fond size. I prefer 32 because it's bigger and you get a lot more real estate. But for a gaming monitor, it's not bad. Now yes, this can be used with a console, so PlayStation or an Xbox Series X. Now yes, you can do it, but of course I'm more of a PC snob than anything. I'm not much of a console gamer. Used to be, but not anymore. So let's get into the monitor. Now, yes, 2560 by 1440, 240 Hz, IPS display. It's got fantastic speakers. The menu, interface menu is not very good. I don't really like the BenQ interface. But then again, I'm not really fond of some of the ones that AOC uses. So that's personal preference. If you like that type of menu, then that's really up to you. But for over 370 frames per second at CSGO, fully maxed out, 2560 by 1440p resolution, this is the best gaming experience you're going to get when it comes to a monitor. Look at it, buttery smooth. It feels absolutely fantastic. Oh, really? It feels absolutely buttery smooth. And let me kill this guy. There we are, done. Now, let's get right into the rest of the video. Right then, so you've seen the gameplay, you've seen the overall unboxing, what comes in the box. Yes, it does have a remote, of course it does. Now, for the terms of specs, it is 2560 by 1440. It's an IPS display at a 240 Hz, and yes, it is 16:9 aspect ratio. So basically, my favorite monitor, but I really do like 2560 by 1440, and of course I do like 16:9 aspect ratio. That is the aspect ratio and the size and the resolution of my personal monitor, but of course it's 32. Now at standard, out of the box, resetted, just the way you get it, the colors on this monitor are awfully flat. you will have to go into the menu itself to adjust the brightness as well as the overall color, because as you can see, it looks awfully dull. That is the way it comes just out of the box. Now, I reset the monitor so you guys could get a feel of what it looks like when you buy it. Now, of course, yes, you can adjust it, and of course this monitor does have the HDRI function, which basically emulates HDR, but this monitor is HDR 600, so it does have some nice black tones when it comes to HDR content. But of course, it's only HDR 600, and obviously the higher you go with HDR, it definitely will look better. Now, the HDRI function by here, and of course with there, we go to that and we click continue. Now, the HDRI function, so that's off and that is on. It emulates HDR, but this monitor does have HDR. That's HDR, that's HDRI for game and cinema. Now, I don't personally use the HDR function because I don't watch HDR content, but for the video, of course, I have tested it, and yes, it does. The HDRI function certainly pumps up the brightness and it makes it look more vibrant. Basically, the colours pop. For a gaming monitor, is this for you? Now, if you're looking for a high refresh rate game monitor at 27 inches but a higher resolution, then certainly this is a very good option, especially for you console gamers out there. Your PlayStation 5, your Xbox Series X, this is certainly a very good option for you. And of course, the speakers in this monitor are absolutely fantastic. I will never stop praising BenQ for the speakers on this monitors. Their monitor speakers are the best monitor speakers I've ever heard. And I've experienced the Avenia 34-inch ultra-wide, which was OLED, and it cost £1,100, and this monitor that is significantly a lot cheaper sounds 20 times better. Honest now, I have hyped the speakers of this monitor up so much, and you guys are probably not going to believe me, but these speakers honestly sound amazing. They do really sound good, and that is one thing I would say is if you're looking for a gaming monitor but you want fantastic gaming monitor speakers without the use of buy-in speakers, the BenQ monitors are certainly a good option to go for. For questions, make sure you hit me up in the comments below. And of course, this is Rich with WELSHYTECH. Don't forget to subscribe because I've got a lot of content coming. And as always, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Goodbye.